What's up YouTube? For today's video, we have a full normal type moves only Pokemon team. This one is for Patreon. If you'd like your theme team done, you can check it out in the description of the video under the Patreon link. Alpha to Omega, this one is for you. So pretty much what they wanted me to do was use only normal type moves. I was allowed to use stuff like Hidden Power because that's actually a normal type move, and other ways to change my moves into normal as well. Quite a challenging team, but very, very fun to do as well. Anyway, people, let's get into this one. This was a battle on my Discord. This was against Anikoro. Now, this will be my last theme team before Let's Go Pikachu, and probably for a little while, so at least a week. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the theme teams, and obviously they will make a return. I'm not stopping the theme team series, but I just have to figure out how I'll transition it with Let's Go, and I might be able to do it with, like, Let's Go and like Ultra Sun and Moon, like I could go like between them, right? So it's going to be rather interesting to see that. So hope you guys are looking forward to that. And of course, if you love the theme teams, people, please leave a like on the video, as this will be the last one for a while. I'd really appreciate that. Okay, so we have a Delcatty lead there. It's crying a little bit on the other side of the field, so I'm feeling a little bit sorry for it, so I'm going to drop my special defense for it. Anyway, so it's going to go for the Simple Beam. Simple Beam is going to fail. I'm going to go for the Snore because I thought they'd go for the Sing again, and I could get a Snore off with my special Slaking. Man, that would have been the greatest. That would have been the greatest moment ever, but it didn't happen. Anyway, so we've got another Delcatty coming out. People, this is a full Delcatty team. You guys haven't seen this one before, so I thought you enjoy it. So we're going to go into the Tauros here. Now, this bet was gold. All right, so I'm going to go for the headbutt here. This was a flinching Tauros set. Let's go over what this was. I should probably be going over my other moves. So we got headbutt, we got tail whip, secret power, and facade. Ability is anger point, Normalium Z, tail whip. So it's a pretty decent set there, you guys. Amazing. You know, the coverage is, you can't go over how good the coverage is right now. All right, so we got one Delcatty down, and we got another one coming out. Now, this is the third Delcatty. So I thought, let's go for the tail whip here because its beauty leaves me defenseless. And I'm going to drop its defense by one stage. So now we've got the attract. Speaking of its beauty, it's going to try and infatuate me. Now, this part of the battle was absolutely crazy. I had to show you guys this. You just wouldn't believe it. Anyway, so we got the Delcatty. It's got a Toxic Orb as the item. So obviously, it's going to have to use Facade at some point in the game. Okay, so I'm going to try and get through the infatuation, and I'm going to get another tail whip. Now, I was actually like, would this be really funny if Delcatty actually critical hits me? I might be able to get, like, anger point up, but I wanted to drop his defense in case it was like more of a bulky set, right? And I wanted headbutt, I wanted a headbutt to at least get a flinch, and then the toxic damage to take it out. All right, so we're going to get infatuated again. Now, Delcatty has -3 in defense now, so the next headbutt is absolutely going to destroy this one, right? So that's going to get a defense drop from the tail whip. It's now going to go for facade on the Tauros, right? Now, Tauros gets critical hit, guys. Guys, anger point kicked in. Now, if you guys don't know what anger point is, right, it gives you an instant +6. All right, so the Delcatty is pretty much, it's Friday video, people. Friday video is about to happen. So I'm going to go for the Normalium Z headbutt here. And I get immobilized, but love it. It takes me out with a facade. Oh, man. Oh, I wanted that. We have to get that anger point Tauros sweep to happen, Bill. It has to happen, all right? Anyway, so I'm a little bit salty at the moment, so I'm going to bring in my Slaking, special Slaking. Let's go for what this absolute monster of a set was. We got Hyper Beam, we got Uproar, we got Snore, and we got Hidden Power Dark, so we can hit those ghosts. We got in the EVs, max special attack and max speed, and I've got Truant of the ability, obviously, and I've got Eject button as the item. So pretty much you fire a laser, right, at a shiny Delcatty, you KO it, the next one brings it in, right, and if you got mostly it's better when you don't KO them the first time and then they hit you and then you eject out of the battle so you don't have like a recharge turn like this. So that's usually the best way to run this set, Hyper Beam Slaking. Alright, so we got a Delcatty coming in there, go for the Retaliate, does a lot of damage to me, and my eject button is going to kick in there, unfortunately. I would have loved to be able to get like that next Hyper Beam off and then the next Delcatty using a move against me, but that's by the by. Alright, so we're going to go to Tailow here. Obviously, there's not much I can really do, and we got the Delcatty swapping out. Guys, how many times am I going to say Delcatty in these battles? Someone do a Delcatty count. I'll pin it or something. All right, so we're going to go for the Whirlwind here. Now, this Tailow set, it's a bit of a meme. I've used it a couple of times, but it's a little tiny bit different. We got Protect, Endeavor, Quick Attack, and Whirlwind. Scrappy is the ability, and item is Focus Sash, Max Attack, and Max Speed. So, obviously, we want to hit Ghost-type Pokemon. They heavily counter me. And now we got this freaking Sing Delcatty again. We got to get rid of this set, right? Okay, so anyway, we got another swap from the Delcatty. Man, this Delcatty team was swapping more than I swapped my underpants. All right, so we got this swap here from me as well. Sorry, I was being a little bit of a hypocrite there, but I had to swap out. And now we're going to go into the Exploud. So Exploud is probably the best Pokemon on my team, like quite easily. Now we got the last option using Fake Out. Now, after I've seen last option, I'm like, this is probably going to have last resort, right? It has to have last resort. One of these cats has to have last resort. So there's nothing I could do. I couldn't really check this apart from one Pokemon, and just in case it wasn't, I didn't want to find out, and my Exploud is going to go down. Boy, this is not good, people. So Boom Burst, Echoed Voice, Hyper Beam, and Snore was that set, Scrappy, and Metronome. Okay, so into the big Tailow here. Now we got the last resort Delcatty swapping out. Obviously a little bit scared of the Tailow, you know, I'd probably be scared too. And now we got the next Delcatty coming in. So I went for the Endeavor here in hopes that it'd go for the last resort, and then I could go for the Quick Attack, right? Okay, so now I'm going to go for Protect. Let's just see what this is going to use against me. The good thing about having Protect on this set, right, is you can scope out what moves they're going to use. So it's going to use the Sucker Punch. Like, okay, that's not too bad. I can go for the Endeavor here. They're going to go for the Thunder Wave, which is unfortunate. Now, Thunder Wave, if this is a normalized Delcatty, that actually is a normal move, Thunder Wave, and Delcatty also Sucker Punch was a normal type move too. So Delcatty's got like, you know, normalized is basically the ability, you know, that's always run on it. So it's going to go for the Retaliate. Now that's going to take me all the way down to 1 health. Now at this point I was thinking, I could go for the Endeavor here if I got it off, which I did. I could go for the Whirlwind here because they're clearly going to go for a Sucker Punch, or maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should make the obvious play. I decided to go for the Quick Attack, and it's going to take me out with the Sucker Punch. I could have gone for Whirlwind there, but then I was thinking, well, I could only go for Quick Attack against the next Delcatty that sort of like got flung into the battle. So it wasn't too much, you know, it wasn't that, you know, that bad. So now comes in the big key play, which is Corsola. Now, Corsola, you notice like all these Pokemon are normal. This Pokemon actually isn't normal, obviously, but we're going to make it normal. All right, so we're going to go for the Spike Cannon. That is going to miss the Delcatty. Now let's go for this this Corsola set. It was probably my favorite on this team. So we got Camouflage, we got Explosion, Spike Cannon, and Recover. Ability is Hustle, and item is Normal Gem. All right, so we got Max Attack and Max Health on this set. Unfortunately, I'm going to get put to sleep. So now we got the Delcatty going for the Simple Beam. What Simple Beam does, it gets rid of your ability and turns it into Simple. So pretty much this Corsola is not going to have Hustle anymore, so it's basically useless. All right, so I'm going to go for the Spike Cannon. I'm going to unfortunately, my Normal Gem is going to get eaten up by that. I didn't want to go for Explosion because, you know, I knew that it had Simple Beam. So I'm going to hit it 3 times. It pretty much does nothing. So I thought, if I can swap out Corsola here and then go for Explosion maybe later on, that's going to be, you know, definitely game-changing. The thing I was worried about was that last resort Delcatty. That was definitely the strongest Pokemon on their team. All right, so and again, the Delcatty is going to shed a few tears for me. I'm going to let my Special Strength drop again. So go for the Slaking here with the Hyper Beam. Singer's going to miss, thank goodness, and I'm able to fire off a laser against this Delcatty. Now, Delcatty is obviously taking a little bit of damage, and that is going to go down. So we've only got 3 more pussies left, and we got to take them out. So we got the 3rd Delcatty and the 5th and the 6th one left. All right, so now we got the Delcatty coming back in 1 health. It's going to go for obviously the Retaliate. I'm on recharge. I cannot swap. I mean, I could have swapped into Corsola. I was just worried about it. I really need Corsola. I really, really need this Pokemon, so I don't want to take any unnecessary risks with it. Okay, so now we're going to bring in Smeargle. I haven't actually shown this set off yet. I'm going to go for the Extreme Speed against it and take it out. However, we've got that swapping out. So like, oh, bugger. Maybe they guessed I was running more of an offensive set. I'm not sure. And now we've got the next Delcatty coming in. Now this is the Facade one we've seen earlier. So obviously, Extreme Speed is going to do donkeys to this. So what I was thinking, what's my options here? I could swap into Corsola. Once again, I was like, I mean, I could save my Smeargle. Maybe I might be able to get a belly drum set up somewhere against it if I got lucky. And now we got the Delcatty going for the Cosmic Power. So I could have gone for belly drum there, but that was like super risky. It could have easily gone for Facade, right? It could have easily done that. Anyway, so it's got the Toxic Orb with it. That's going to actually help me out. It's going to do some damage to it. Now, Corsola can go for the Spike Can here. So we've got the Delcatty going for the Wish. That's going to heal it up a little bit. But then definitely this Delcatty is going to go down, eventually. It can keep using Wish if it wants to. If it got to the stage where it became like too bulky or like scary, I was just going to go for Explosion, right? Okay, so now we've got the Delcatty going for yet another Cosmic Power. That's going to give it a +2 in defense and a +2 in special defense. Okay, so going for the Spike Cannon Hustle. Thankfully, this time it lands. And unfortunately, with the Hustle, it has that obviously that accuracy drop, and sometimes you can miss a lot of the time. Okay, so the Wish is going to kick back in, and unfortunately, we're at the same point again. But I knew that the Toxic was actually racking up, so I didn't want to burn off my Explosion. It was very important that I keep that Explosion hidden right. Okay, so it's going to go for Facade. It's going to do nothing to my to my Corsola. The problem about this was Corsola was actually really good against this team, but the only real damage it could do was with Spike Cannon, right? So an explosion, but that basically got rid of it. So I had to be very careful. It's this sort of set. It's like a very, very like memey set. Okay, so anyway, we got rid of that Delcatty. Now we've got the last option here, people. We had to get around this thing. This was the problem Pokemon. So at this point, I was like, should I go for explosion this time? What if they swap and went into the other Pokemon and I lost my explosion? That'd be really bad. So at this point, it's like, let's go for recover. Let's see what they're going to do. Are they just feigning that? Do they expect me to have explosion? And they're going to go for the last resort, which is fine. They're going to do some damage to themselves with a life orb. I'm going to go for recover. So this is pretty good. I'm in a pretty good position here. The only thing I was worried about now was, if they've seen they can't do much damage with last resort, are they going to swap this time? I was like, bugger it. I'm not going to second guess anymore. Let's go for the explosion. They're going to go for the last resort. That's pretty good damage considering, and it's going to take some more life of damage. Now, the only thing I was worried about explosion, if explosion misses, this is definitely ball game. However, it connects and the Delcatty is down. We've only got one more Delcatty left, and I've only got my Smeargle left now. If you guys do remember from earlier on in the game, that was the Delcatty that only had 1 health. It was like the retaliates there, right? Okay, so back into the 1 health Delcatty. The merch is available, people. And I can go for the extreme speed and finish this one off. And that is the game. Hope you guys enjoyed this first battle. A really cool, unique team there with the Delcatties. I thought you guys would like to see that. Plus that anger point activation. Man, I was angry about that. All right, let's get on to the second battle. This one was against Durga on my Discord. You guys know what the Discord is. If you're new, anyone is welcome to battle me there. I battle at a random time like each day. So check out the battle Pimpnite route. Okay, so we got a 2-cannon lead. 2 can play at that game. I'm going to leave my burb too. All right, so we got the Tailow lead. I was thinking, should I go for Protect? Should I just go for Endeavor right off the bat? I decided to go for the Protect. Now, this worried me. We had a Quillfish coming in, so like, okay, is this going to set up like Toxic Spikes against me? Like, am I going to become setup fodder? So I thought, let's go for the the Whirlwind against this thing instead. Okay, so it's going to go for the Poison Jab. I was like, oh no, if this poisons me, my strategy's sunk. But it doesn't poison me, and I'm going to get the Whirlwind off against the Quillfish. So that wasn't all that bad, right? Because now we got the Rotom coming in. It's like, if I can outspeed this Rotom, right, I could get the Endeavor off and bury a really good Pokemon. I do outspeed it, and I'm able to get the Endeavor off, and that's going to take it all the way down to 1 health. That was really, really good there, because Rotom, it's a pretty decent Pokemon against this team. It's very versatile too. I like the Rotom's like a really good Pokemon in my opinion. Anyway, actually, fun fact, guys, I hatched a this is a long time ago. This was in X and Y days. I hatched a non-Masuda Rotom. With the correct, IVs, so like negative in attack, the right nature, everything like that too, and IVs. It was non-Masuda, it was 5As, just flawless. It was so good. That's probably my best and luckiest breeding Pokemon ever. One of the few. There's been many. Anyway, so I'm gonna go for the explosion on the throw. This thing is a threat, people. I got the normal gem activation, and I got to say, man, that did so much damage if you think about it. Throw is a very, very bulky Pokemon. I was super happy with that because Storm Throw is going to wreck my entire team run. Okay, so into the Tauros. Guys, it is back for some revenge. Okay, so we're going to go for the headbutt against the throw, and that one is going to take it out. So that was really good. I had to sack a lot of my team to get around that, but if you think about it, Rotom was pretty much down because it's only on 1 health, right? Okay, so now we got the Quillfish. Now I thought, okay, let's go for the Z Tail Whip here. Now, Z Tail Whip, it might sound like a meme, but it actually isn't. Yeah, it's not all that bad. So you get a +1 on attack, and you drop the opponent's defense by 1 stage. So at very worst, you can cause a swap and get a +1 on attack, right? So not that bad. All right, so going for the Tail Whip again. I love our Tauros. Guys, why didn't Taurus's tails actually wiggle? Like something behind its tails wiggle. I don't even want to know what that is. Anyway, so we got the Quillfish going for the waterfall there. It's a 3-hit KO. Now I can go for the headbutt. This is just a pure scumbag like flinching set. And headbutt just distinguishes that Quillfish like in one shot. So that the tables are turned. This is really good. And now we got the Rotom coming out. So it's like, okay, all I got to do is outspeed this Rotom. I pretty much know that I can because my Tailow outsped it already. And that one is going to go down. So Tauros is sweeping through at the moment. It got rid of the Rotom. It got rid of the Quillfish. And it got rid of the throw as well. So mini Tauros sweep is happening right now. So old Toucan Sam is going to come out. I was thinking if I can get a flinch against old Toucan Sam with the the headbutt, it'll be about a 2-hit KO, right? So that'd be pretty good. All right, so go for the headbutt. It doesn't flinch, and now Toucan Sam is going to go for the brick break, taking it out of my Tauros. Man, Tauros did a solid job there, guys. Big round of applause for him there. So we got pretty even battle at the moment. So into Slaking. Now I'm going to go for the Hyper Beam, like just right off the bat here. And to get rid of Toucan Sam. However, we got the Toucan Sam Sam swapping, and we got the Charger Bug coming in. Now, Charger Bug is an absolutely awesome Pokemon. Hyper Beam missing. Now, that was actually very, very crucial and important if it was a bulky set, right? So, I've got no choice here. I've got to swap out the big boy, and I'm going to go into Smeargle. Now, Smeargle was like the most... I guess it's the Pokemon that I didn't need as much on my team. You know, I was looking at the Pokemon on the left. I just had to sack her, right? Anyway, so Smeargle is actually going to live the X-Scissor. Now, I'm thinking this is probably going to most definitely have Everlight. Depending, like, where it's, you know, EVs are invested is, like, you know, another thing, right? Okay, so going for Extreme Speed, obviously it's going to do nothing, and it's going to take me out with the X-Scissor. I like how, like, Charger Bust has, like, you know, it's sort of, like, changed from a physical attacking Pokemon to a special attacking Pokemon in Vikavolt. I found that really interesting. And obviously, Charger Bug's definitely one of my, my top favorite Pokemon for that gen as well. Alright, so going to Slaking, thankfully, the Hyper Beam does not miss this time. Now, the problem about missing that first one is Charger Bug actually tanked that one. And now it's going to go for the X-Scissor, and that is going to do pretty good damage to Slaking, considering for a bulky set there. Now it's going to eject me out with the Hyper Beam. So, my last Pokemon is the Exploud. So I thought about this for a little bit. Should I go for the Boom Burst or should I just go for the Echoed Voice? I decided this could be a good opportunity to get the Echoed Voice Metronome up against the, you know, the other remaining Pokemon. All right, so I take that one out in a crit. I don't know if that actually mattered because Exploud, you know, that was Stab coming from a modest Exploud as well, so with Metronome, so I don't think it mattered too much there. It could have, but I don't know if it did. Anyway, so we got the Toucan Sam. I know that it's going to use Brick Break here, so go for the Echoed Voice, and that lived on 1 health. Oh, the memes, people, the memes. Anyway, so the merch is available, by the way, if I didn't mention that. So it's going to hit with the Brick Break. Exploud is fairly bulky in its stats, you know, even running a sweeping one. And Toucan Sam is going to go down to the second Echoed Voice. Okay, so we got one more Pokemon remaining. I've got some Echoed Voices up, and now we got the Purugly, the purple Purugly. Now, I knew that I wouldn't outspeed this Pussycat, so it's going to go for the Fake Out, and it's going to crit my... I was like, damn. If it was a bulky set, I could have outsped it, but, you know, I don't think anyways. It's a very, very fast Pokemon. Okay, people, the last Pokemon is the Slaking. I was like, I've got to go for Hyper Beam. This is my only option, right? All right, so it's going to go for the knockoff there. I was expecting a normal type move. I would have lived the normal type move anyway, and now I'm going to go for the Hyper Beam. So, okay, well, this is it. If I don't take it out, that's pretty much game, and that is going to go down in one move. I hope you guys enjoyed both these battles, that Delcatty team and this one. They were crazy battles. All right, I'll see you guys for Let's Go. Peace.